Hello everyone, in this video we will learn about Morphy's checkmate. The pattern is named after the great champion Paul Morphy. So this checkmate pattern uses the bishop and the rook to checkmate the enemy king. In this case you can see the king is trapped along the h-file because of its own pawn and the rook is nicely controlling the escape squares in the position. So a check from white side would lead to checkmate and white can checkmate the black king in just one move with the move bishop to d4 check, and this is checkmate, and this is the basic position in the Morphy's checkmate. The bishop checks the king along the long diagonal and the rook covers the escape squares. So let us study more about this pattern with the help of some examples. So first example is from the game of Bobby Fischer with the white pieces against Ruben Fine from 1963, and let us jump to this position. So black's last move was rook to g8 protecting his rook, and now white played two very simple moves to finish off the game here. Rook f to e1 check. The king cannot go to f8 because of bishop. So king went to d8, and here white just played the move queen to g3, just distracting the queen from the protection of f6 square. For instance, after the move queen takes g3, bishop to f6 would be checkmate, and this is the Morphy's mate as we have the rook controlling the escape squares in the position and the bishop is checking the king which has no moves. So after a simple move queen to g3, black resigned the game because there are no squares where the queen can go to, and after queen takes g3 we have bishop f6 which is checkmate. After rook f1 check, black could have also taken this rook, but this really doesn't matter. We have another rook to take this, and now it is once again a checkmate. As after king to d8, we will once again play this move queen to g3, distracting the queen from the protection of f6 square. And after queen takes g3, bishop to f6 would be checkmate once again with the pattern known as the Morphy's mate. So let us study another example from the game of Samuel Reshevsky with the white pieces, and let us go to this position. So black's last move was e4, forking the queen and the rook, and white played a fantastic combination here. He sacrificed his queen with the move rook takes g3 because he has the very powerful attack with his bishop and the rook. So in the game black took this queen on d3, and now white forced checkmate with the series of moves. Rook takes g7 check first, this forces king to h8, and now we would like to move the rook somewhere to give the check from the bishop, but the correct way to do is the first taking rook takes f7 check, then king g8 is forced as there are no other moves. If queen d4, then we can just take that queen with our bishop. So in the game king g8 was played, and now rook g7 check forcing king h8, and now rook to g3 check, and this is simply checkmate as black would have to play queen d4, bishop take d4, and then rook f6, giving away all his pieces, and in the end we will have Morphy's checkmate where the rook is covering the escape square and bishop is checking along the diagonal and the king is trapped in the corner of the board, and it is a Morphy's checkmate once again. So first black in this position after rook takes g7, first white took this pawn on f7 to make sure that there will be no pawn push f6 breaking this discovered check. So first he took this pawn on f7 and then only he played the move rook to g3 that forced the checkmate. And now to end the video I have a test position for all of you. So let us jump to this position. This is the game of Aron Nimzowitsch playing with the white pieces, and it is white's move. How would you play here from the white side? You can pause the video and think. So white in the game played a fantastic queen sacrifice here. The move queen to f6. Now with this battery we are simply threatening queen takes g7 which is checkmate, and if black takes this queen then we have rook g4 check, an intermediate check, and that forces the king to the h8 square, and after king h8 we have Morphy's mate once again with the move bishop takes f6. The rook controls the open file once again and the king is trapped along the h file, and the bishop checks the king and it is game over with the move bishop takes f6. So this is all that you need to know about the Morphy's mate. Thank you.